non-believers.
How did that?
To all the non-believers, especially you, Tom Jackson. Way to have our back, Keyshawn. Anybody can be beat.
Welcome back to Jets Fuel. Today I'll be giving you a brief recap on this 13-11 loss to the Denver Broncos. We fall to 0-6 on the year. It's just disappointing. We'll get to that first, but let me start something with some positivity here. We got to give it up to the defense. The defense showed up today. All year long, our defense has been the Achilles heel. It's been the problem of this team, the glaring problem of this team. But I got to tip my hat to the defense, to Steve Wilkes, and to the guys out there on the field, man. Our defense handled their business today. They gave us every opportunity to win this game. And the offensive effort that we had, especially out of Justin Fields, the play calling, the game management, it was just abysmal. They pretty much forced us. It was just garbage. Our game management, coaching, and our offensive playmakers did not show up. And that started with Justin Fields. So, touching back on the defense, guys like this kid Brownlee that we just traded for from the Titans, I got to give it up to him. I love seeing how he came out and played. The tenacity this kid showed, the energy, the fire, I loved it. I love seeing that out there. It was nice seeing Jermaine Johnson back out there, being productive and getting after it. Will McDonald had a great day. He was causing a lot of issues for Bo Nix back there. Yeah, so overall, even Cisco, our safety Cisco, he was coming up and making plays. So defensively, they put us in a position to win. And this was the Jets defense that we've come to know and love as Jet fans. We've seen it out there today. They gave us every opportunity to win this game. But turning so the defense was a positive, and then also our special teams was also a huge positive. This kid Nguanu, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but this kid was handling his business. Every kick return he was gaining significant yards, punts, kick returns. He was doing his thing. So defense, I give it A+. Special teams, A+. Offense, I give them an F. And the Jets offense can go fuck off today. They could be the ones to go fuck off. So if you just look at the game in general, we'll touch on a couple stats right here. Total yards for the whole entire game. I want you to understand something here. These are professional football players. They had a total yards of 82. 82 total yards for the entire game. 82 yards. And I understand and I get that the Broncos defense was ranked number 2 in the league. I get that. I fully understand that. But that's just completely unacceptable. That is just complete, utter disrespect to the defense, to the special teams, to positions that the defense and the special teams put you in, and you couldn't muster up a single touchdown. You couldn't muster up 100 yards of offense. So it was just, on the offensive side of the football, it was just complete embarrassment. You look at the passing yards, net -10. I think we could all, and I don't want to hear nothing out of anybody at the Jets organization saying that Justin Fields is still their guy. The Justin Fields experiment is over. It's done and over with. They try to push this narrative that he's having one of the best seasons of his year because of the stats he's put up in garbage time. Stop. You, just like in week 2, week 6, you got another reality check of who Justin Fields is. He's not a timing passer. He holds on the ball way too long. We took 9 sacks today. 9 sacks. A couple of those were blown assignments by the offensive line, but the vast majority of those 9 sacks were because He's holding on to the ball, waiting for guys to be completely wide open. And when you're playing a Broncos defense as good as that are playing man, cover 2, and man, you have to get those passes out in a timely fashion. This is timing passing, and he doesn't have it. He waits for guys to get wide open, and then he'll throw them the ball. That didn't happen today. And that it also compounds the fact that we don't have anybody outside of Garrett Wilson. Nobody else stepped up today. If you look at the player stats, Josh Reynolds was our leading receiver with 3 receptions for 25 yards. Garrett Wilson, 3 receptions, 13 yards. Just embarrassing. 6, 7, 8, 9 completions on the day. 9 completions in the whole entire day. And we have people out here backing Justin Fields. The Justin Fields experiment is over with. I don't want to hear about it again. So that's one part of it. The also part that pisses me off even more, when you look at the game management in general. Look at us going into halftime. We had the opportunity to put some points on the board. At that time, it was, I don't know what the score was. Hold on, guys. I had it on my phone. I think it was 10-6 heading into half. We had an opportunity and we were getting the ball to start the second half. So we had the opportunity to go down there and actually try to put up at least a field goal at the very bare minimum. God knows we can't put up a touchdown. Justin Fields is incapable of that at this point, unless it's the fourth quarter and we're down by 20 points. But that's another thing. So we go into we're heading into halftime, and the most bizarre, mind-boggling, I hope you got that reference, series of plays that we end up going for it on fourth down. We fake a punt and convert a fourth down to just let the clock run out and not even attempt to, at midfield, not even attempt to have Justin Fields drop back and throw a pass that could get us to the 40-yard, 35-yard line in order for us to kick a field goal or attempt to kick a field goal. They just didn't do it. They stood there and let 18 seconds just run off the clock. And people were looking around. Everybody was looking around like, what the fuck are they doing? The players are looking at the coaches like, what the fuck are you doing? What's going on here? So what does that tell you? The coaching staff have zero trust in Justin Fields in this offense. But yet, after that happened, I thought maybe, all right, maybe they're not playing to win. They're playing not to lose. And that's the problem. Also, I thought when going into halftime, after that embarrassment of that series leading up to halftime, maybe they were going to make a switch at quarterback. Maybe they were just prepping. All right, we're going to put Tyrod in net for the second half and try to get something going, because Justin Fields is not working. It was just complete ineptitude. He couldn't hit players. He's holding on to the ball all damn day. You can't put that on the offensive line. Our rushing, we rushed the ball effectively. We didn't put up huge numbers, but we were consistent in rushing the ball. Breece Hall had 22 carries for 60 yards. Isaiah Davis had 2 carries. Justin Fields had a couple scrambles and runs. He had 7 carries for 31 yards. So it wasn't our rushing attack, because if you watch the Denver Bronco defense, they stacked the box. They put 8 men in the box and were forcing us to try to beat them in the air, and we just couldn't do it. So going into after halftime, I thought maybe they're going to try to make a switch here. It only makes sense. Of course they didn't. We seen more of the same shit that we've seen in the first half, but it got even worse on the offensive end. Our defense came out and pretty much held Denver to check the whole entire second half. They got nothing in the second half. 0. I don't understand why we didn't make that switch. That was our opportunity to go after this game and try to win this game. And Aaron Glenn just refused to. I don't know what their obsession is with Justin Fields and sticking by him. Even in the post-game press conference, Aaron Glenn is sitting there telling you that the reason why they didn't push the issue in that last drive going into halftime was because he knew that we had the ball in the second. We were starting the ball in the second half. Excuse me. What did we do the whole first half to make you think that we're going to do anything different starting the second half? What makes you think we were just going to come out and drive the ball down the field and score a touchdown? Because we couldn't do that all first half. And we haven't done it the whole fucking year in the first half. So what makes you think that this offense was going to miraculously after halftime? Because you guys made zero adjustments on the offensive end. So he fed us that. It's just I don't understand. I keep giving Aaron Glenn the benefit of doubt, but it's running thin now. It's like he's still making the same mistakes. And he's still conducting himself the same way. And I respect the fact that you want to be loyal to your players, to your starting quarterback. That makes sense. I love that. Great. But it's not working. You're 0-6, buddy. It's not working. It's not working. And guess what? You're looking at 0-7 and possibly worse. We're starting to think about the 2020 Jets. So changes need to be made. Tyrod Taylor might not be the answer, but guess what? It's certainly not Justin Fields. So, finishing off the game, because the third and fourth quarter, the majority of it was just a punt, back and forth punt. Both teams. The defenses were just keeping everybody in check. And I will say this: the Denver Broncos left a lot of opportunities on the field. They hurt themselves a lot today. And you look at the stats. This is a game that we should have won. This is a game that we could have won. They cleaned up all the penalties. We only had 2 penalties today, 0 turnovers, and we still couldn't figure out a way to score a fucking touchdown. We couldn't even score. You look at that. You have 2 penalties and 0 turnovers, and you only put up 11 fucking points. 2 of those points were off a safety. The Denver Broncos gave you opportunities. They lost a fumble, and they were committing dumb penalties in the worst possible time. The typical Jets MO, the Denver Broncos did. But guess what? They found a way to win. And that was because of coaching and game management. Because it certainly wasn't because of Bo Nix. Nobody out there beat us except for ourselves. So going into the end of the game where we had another opportunity to win, Sean Payton pretty much said on that one of those final drives, he refused to go for it. Even though it was a tight game. He knew our offense was incapable of putting together a significant drive. And he bet on that. He bet on his defense and that our Jet offense was that garbage that it wouldn't be able to put up 20, 30 yards of offense in order to get us into field goal range. And he was certainly right, because guess what? You come out there, you move the ball a little bit, but then you take 2 sacks. And it shouldn't even got to that, because on that 4th down where he took that terrible sack, Justin Fields, why did we even go for that? You have Nick Folk back there, Folk hero. He's done it before. He could do it again. And I know, obviously, it was a 62-yard field goal at that time. Let's take the shot. We obviously can't do anything on offense. Let's take the shot. Kick the ball. Let's hope for the best. Nah, but we end the game on a sack. Come on now. It's fucking piss poor, embarrassing. It's just ridiculous. That was a game that we could have easily won. We should have won. We had no business losing that game. But guess what? Typical Jets crap. So, yeah, some of the guys that really stood out for me, nobody on the offense stood out for me. I know fucking Breece Hall carried it for 22 times, but he was just running into bodies. He averaged like a little under three yards a carry. So it's like, you saw 0, any type of Tyler Engstrand. I don't know what he's doing over there on the sidelines, because he's showed 0 ability to adjust in the game and to show us that he has some type of creative ability, play calling wise. Breece Hall wasn't targeted at all out the backfield. You had an aggressive pass rush all damn game. We tried to run at them. Obviously, they respected our run because they put 8 guys up in the box and said, listen, you're going to beat us throwing the ball. We couldn't do that. Get creative. Have fucking Breece Hall go out in the flat and do something. Try to get some screen passes, wide receiver screens. No, you can't do that. We just refuse to do that. We refuse to throw the ball down the field, and that's a knock on Justin Fields because he's playing scared. So, this is not like last week where I'm pissed off because I'm not as pissed off as I was before. I can't keep doing that every week. I'll be fucking dead by the end of the season. So, I'm just going to sit here and say that I'm not calling for Aaron Glenn's job. This is not me saying that at all. But guess what? You need to start showing improvement. Our offensive coordinator needs to start showing improvement because the only offense that we've ever generated this year outside of week 1 in Pittsburgh, when Pittsburgh came to town, is everything in the fourth quarter when we're down 20 points and we have no fucking shot. That's when, Justin Fields is having the best year of his life. They feed us that kind of crap. And then you get this, negative 10 yards passing, 82 yards total offense. Get out of here. Get out of here. Stop that. You don't hear Woody Johnson ever getting in the mic and saying, listen, this is not acceptable. You don't ever hear anybody take fucking accountability. All I hear is, and this is something I'm pissed off about with Aaron Glenn. I thought this guy was going to come in here and really hold people accountable, but it's not happening. It's not happening. He's still riding with this guy, Justin Fields. Why? What has he done? And he keeps referring to this team as it's the Detroit Lions. Like when he started with stop it. Don't do that. Enough is enough. Don't feed me that line no more because guess what? This is the New York Jets. It's not the fucking Detroit Lions. And those fucking people over there, wherever the fuck they're from. You guys have a fucking franchise quarterback. You have competent people in that organization. Guess what? We have Woody Johnson running this fucking organization. I told myself I'm not going to get fucking pissed. But guess what? You don't hear nobody take accountability on this team ever. It's non-existent. You have fucking Woody Johnson. You don't hear a peep out of him. Aaron Glenn comes out here. It's disappointing. I'm very disappointed. No, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear you guys need to fucking do better. Justin Fields you play like shit. This is what we want to hear. We can swallow this fucking misery a lot better if everybody's fucking accountable. But guess what? Nobody's accountable on this fucking team. From top to bottom. And this shit's going to keep going and going and going until somebody puts their foot down. Somebody in a leadership position say enough is enough. You're not cutting it. You're riding the fucking bench. I don't want to see Justin Fields out there no more. I don't want to see any of this fucking crap anymore. I don't want to see Woody Johnson either. I don't want to see him up in the stands with his little fucking smug little face and his fucking eyeglasses on. Somebody slap the shit out of that. I don't know. I'm not here to promote violence here. But what I'm trying to say here is there needs to be some type of accountability. The only people that are accountable are the Jets fans. We know damn well what's going on. We know damn well the problem is, and we know damn well we suck. But guess what? We're here every fucking week. That's more than a lot of the people on that fucking Jets hierarchy, the fucking upper echelon, can say about themselves. These fucking people are out here just collecting a check while we sit here every fucking Sunday miserable. And I know I sat here last week and I said we need to stop all this shit. Guess what? I can't stop watching the games. This is something I do also, but it's just part of me. I cannot do it. I love this fucking team so damn much that I get up early. I want to watch them, and it ruins my whole fucking day. The whole day after this fucking game, I'm teetering on fucking having an explosion. I had this one fucking idiot. I'm with my kids in the car, my wife in the car, and this one person just fucking was like, I was trying to get into, I don't know what the fuck I'm even telling you guys this. I was about to fucking snap. Because I'm keeping myself in check so much. This damn team has consumed me to a level of insanity. But this is not even like this. I'm not even as mad as I was last week or week 2 with the Bills. Like, this was a close game. This is Jets football 101, where we kick fucking field goals for our offense and we punt the ball. That's all Jets offense. Kick field goals and punt the ball. and have our quarterbacks throw for negative 10 fucking yards, and I have a head coach telling me that he's sticking with this guy. I have a owner that's non-existent until it's time to fucking do photo ops, and he pops his fucking head out with dumb chains on, and his fucking glasses on, and a stupid fucking cap on, and his white fucking shirt, and he sits there and he just smiles and all this crap. He doesn't show up when he needs to say, you know what? This is not working. And tell everybody, put people on fucking blast. You don't hear from the fucking general manager either. You don't hear from Steve Wilkes. You don't hear from Tyler Angstrand. You hear the fucking line that they preach, we have to try to get better. We got to do this. We got to do that. How about all you get the fuck out? Take a fucking bus from MetLife Stadium. The fans will pay for it, and we'll ship your asses wherever the fuck you guys want to go outside of this fucking Jets organization. And Woody could drive the fucking bus too, out of there. I'll pay for it myself. I'd rather bring some people off the street and give them a shot than see this crap week after week after week. So that's it. I'm done with it. Bright spots. This kid Brownlee is legit, intense. He's a good football player. I love seeing his tenacity. The defense in general, I give mad respect to this game. A lot of respect that they stepped up and showed us who they are. This is what the Jets fan base knows about this defense. And we're going to stand and ride with you guys to the day we die on our Jets defense. Quentin Williams was creating problems over there. They were attacking the Denver Broncos left guard. Their starting left guard got injured. They had a backup in there. What's his name? It started with a P, his backup. But that was good. We attacked that guy, and we made him, he had, 4 or 5 fucking penalties. Will McDonald had a hell of a game. Jermaine Johnson, I love seeing him back out there. I love seeing some fucking fire and fight out of people. Brandon Stevens is coming up making plays too. Cisco, the whole Jets defense, A+. Special teams, A+. Offense, you fucking suck. You get a fucking F. Ownership, F. Fans, you seen the fucking stadium. There was a lot of Jet fans there. The Jets fans travel, try to support you guys. Jet fans get an A. A+. We get an A+ every week because we're fucking fans of this fan base. It's inherently we get an A+ because we put up with this garbage. That's neither here nor there. So that's the end of this. I'm just saying this. Be wary of what's coming on, what's going on now, because guess what? The Panthers are a good football team. They're a very good young football team, and they're turning some heads right now. They just beat Dallas, and if you put logic together, Dallas beat the fuck out of us. Panthers just beat the Cowboys, so guess what? What does logic tell you? We got a nice ass kicking coming our way again. At home. So let's not sleep on the Panthers. We thought we'll get our win against the Panthers or the Browns. Guess what? It's not that easy. Nope. Not when you're putting up negative 10 yards passing. When you're throwing up 82 yards of a total offense, that's not going to cut it. Average yards per play, 1.4. You tell me if that won't even beat my son's 11U football team. All right. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, please. Share your thoughts and everything. And, I'm going to say it. As much negative stuff I say, I love the Jets. And as always, go Jets.